when your lifestyle is in direct conflict with the goals that you're trying to achieve in the gym, it can leave you feeling very frustrated and confused about why nothing's changing. You're applying all this effort and you don't seem to be getting the results that you're after. That's because your broader life, your sleep, your routines, your habits, and the stresses that you're experiencing far outweigh that 30 to 60 minutes you're getting a couple of times in the gym. Now, it is important to understand that even if you have a lot going on, I would much rather that you continue to exercise, because it is the bedrock of a lot of these big habits that it's important for us to pick up along the way. Because once we're exercising, it sort of makes sense for us to eat a little bit better. And once we're eating a little bit better and we're exercising, maybe we just sleep a little bit better because we're tired of a night time, because we're using all this energy. Now that you're feeling better, you're happier, you're sleeping well, you're like, why don't I just go and play tennis with my friends on the weekend or something? So it's almost like this gateway drug to all these other better and improvements within our lifestyle. So it's always important, regardless of what's going on, please get your exercise in. Moving on. If you're not seeing changes in how you move or how you feel, don't switch things up with all new exercises, increase the volume, or have fewer calories. It's important that we ask ourselves some honest questions. So, do I promise myself a bedtime and I go past that every time and wake up feeling tired? Do I swear to go off alcohol but I find myself going out every weekend? Do I miss every chance to go for a walk because it's just easier to stay put? Do I find it too difficult to create 5 lunches for work so I stop having takeout? And be brutally honest with yourself, because more often than not, the answer to those questions, or the answer to your exact question, is going to jump straight out to you and present itself. Now that you've got one or maybe 2 of these in mind, the good news is you can leave this video with some actionable steps to help improve your circumstances and start developing some better results. So start small. Just pick one of these small little things and begin to add to the process of doing that. So it doesn't need to be a full lifestyle transformation or anything. It might be committing to a bedtime, so you know that you start work at 7, you need to wake up at 6, so to get 7 hours or 8 hours, you go to bed at 10. So instead of needing 21 meals of meal prep, all you need to go is, I struggle with my lunches, so I just need 5 meals to be made. That's a 1 hour on a Sunday. It's rather simple stuff. Maybe it's setting a boundary around something that's been giving you a lot of stress in your day-to-day life. It could also just be getting 30 minutes a day of walking and breaking that up into little sections so it doesn't seem so intimidating. But I encourage you to pay attention to what happens when you follow through with what you're doing. Take notice of the small changes or the results that happen and use this as evidence. Stack up this evidence to not only show yourself that you can do something, but it is these little pieces that are going to add to the grand scheme, paint the bigger picture of why and how we can have an improvement with our lifestyle that also correlates to better results found within the gym. Now think of your perfect training week as a big moving target. You're way back here staring down the sights of a rifle. If your sleep is off, your food is poor, stress is quite high and life is chaotic, that aim down that rifle is going to be awfully shaky and you may not hit the target very often. But once we begin to line these variables up, we notice that that aim begins to stabilize and we can start stringing together consistent weeks of training, our emotions begin to flatten out and our results begin to show up. So a way that we can also view all of these sort of lifestyle factors and how they affect us would be understanding that the training stress that we experience, the stress from our work and our relationships, and also the stress in the way that we perceive, all of that stuff as well is filtered through the body in the same way. So all of that stress is not in separate buckets, but it's all experienced and filtered through the body in the same way. It's all part of one system. So your capacity to handle all of those stresses is the same one that impacts your recovery, your performance, and ultimately your results as well. So be kind to yourself. Support your goals with how you live, not just how you train, because at the end of the day, you can't out-train a poor lifestyle.